I want to be known as the go-to guy for scaffolders. Why would it make everyone's life easier? Without what I went through, I would have achieved nothing that I have.
So then men don't talk about it, men don't discuss it.
I know it should be done and it can be done.
Con 1.
What does the future look like for Aaron King and AK Scaffolding? What do you want?
I want to be known as the go-to guy for scaffolders. Maybe build it up so my voice is heard that much and seen and respected that much that people want to work with me, they want to work for me, clients want to come to me, and we all work together. Because it seems like if you've not got Nash, you're not doing that. If you're not paying the levy, you're not doing that. And if this and that, you know what I mean. If you're not pissing in the right pot, you're not going to get nothing from no one. And when you're a labour-only company, none of it really applies to you. You know what I mean? And you're sort of just left scratching your what's-its while everyone else reaps the benefits of these schemes and benefits and levies and stuff like that. Which is why I want my lads to stay with me. They want to stay with me, and then it's either like, to leave the work for me, they've got to have 2 weeks off and then pay $1,000 for a course and stuff like that. You know, stuff like it's just not right. That's what I try and fix if I can. I probably could pay the levy, but then you pay the levy, you want 5% of your turnover, and that's my full profit. Then what?
It doesn't apply to you though, does it? Because you're a recruitment agency. You're not just doing scaffolding, so I don't think the CITV levy even applies.
I still could do it, apparently. Yeah. But then people, it's not a very profitable thing what I'm doing. So if I give them 5%, there's zero. Maybe a bit less for me.
That's 5%. 5%. That's a lot of profit you've got to earn to get that 5% back. That's what people don't understand.
Exactly.
And it's like you say there, it's $1,000 for the course, whatever, 2 weeks off. If you're self-employed, like there's no realisation in this country how many people are self-employed, how many people are paying for their own courses, and they get all help.
Yeah. And then they're waiting 3 weeks for a wage because the 2 weeks that they're off, and then they've got to do the weekend again.
Yeah, you got to save a lot of money to do a course.
I know. It's a shame, and I just don't know what to do for the best of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can say I'll send you on the course, but then when the lads are going on the course, they're going, "Have you got any weekend for me?" And if we've not got any weekend, I would no. And then they're like, and you know they're struggling to even get the training and stuff like that, and you're trying to get them on this road upwards, and you're thinking, Jesus Christ, without me paying everything, you're screwed, really. And a lot of people just go, I can't really afford 2 weeks off. And you're going, I'm paying $1,500 for your course. And it's not like they're not thankful for it. It's like, well then what? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing for money? And got kids at home, what are they going to eat?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, and is it going to make a great deal of difference with my money? And this is where the devil is sort of in what I do. Because I paid people that much anyway. You know what I mean? And I expect that much from them. Is the rate that they're going to get after they got the course just going to shoot up? No, it's not. Because he's not there, you know what I mean? He's not there, and I'm giving them as much as I can now. When they're leading gangs and stuff like that, and then they've got a couple of labourers with them, then I can afford to pay more. But no, you're certainly not going to be coming back on that course and be on a $5 or more an hour. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, it's that the pay the card thing is I have a problem with it. I always have done. That some people can be an advance, some people can be a part two. The part two can actually be better than the advance, do a lot more, earn you a lot more money if you're a boss, blah blah. And then do you pay the other person in the background who's actually listening to them more because they've got a gold card? No.
Yeah, I know. I've always said this. I've got lads who've got cops cards who are better than some of them my advanced, and that is the genuine truth. They might have been on the streets, scaffolding for 10, 15 years. That's where you really learn how to scaffold, not just throwing lifts on scaffold off or a bit of layer up. Because we're going to be in a situation where, it's a good thing that a lot of layers coming into it, speeding things up, blah, blah, blah. But you're going to get into a situation where people have only done layer and they want to jump firms, tube and fitting. Have you done it before? Do you reckon you can do it? And so it's like you can do it one way, but you can't do it the other way. You're not going to be able to throw front.
For me, I think
throw front and back up. You're not.
Yeah, I think the courses should be changed anyway. I think
everyone should have to do tube and fitting.
System and tube and fitting. I think you should do both on the courses. I don't think it should be all this. You've got to be trained in this and this separately, because companies have both.
Yeah.
Even a small company will have a hacky type staircase they're throwing up. Do you know, that's a bit of system.
Or loading bay or
something. A bit of knowledge.
A loading bay, but it's when it's not. That's not the issue. It's these big main layer companies and system companies that have just thinking they've got absolutely smashing it, and then they want to jump firms and they think they can just jump into tube and fitting, and it's just they're gonna have so much of a shock, and that's when they're gonna realise they can't actually scaffold. You know what I mean? And that might be a bit of a thinky statement, like what a lot of people are not gonna like, but it's true.
Yeah, they're completely different. They're completely different.
They're not going to be able to do a corner. They're not going to be able to. They're not going to be able to base out. They're just not going to be able to do it.
Boxes and triangles the same, but the way you erect it is completely different. One's a hammer, one's a. I was going to say spanner, but it's a gun now. You know, it is different.
It's all the measuring out and all stuff like that. That's and all the leveling, and you're forgetting that you need to re-level. You know what I mean? Like,
and look,
their level goes to the drying room for the rest of the job after the first lift. You know what I mean? I think everybody should have done a couple of years tube and fitting before they call themselves a scaffolder for a start. They shouldn't be able to get a part 2 card just in layer. Even if they are just doing layer. When they go to do the course, they should be doing tube and fitting course.
So that would help you more, wouldn't it?
No. If a layer lad comes to me, and I've all got tube and fitting work, I won't be sending them. I'm certainly not going to make myself look stupid. You know what I mean? Like, it's all right just sending people for the sake of it. Like, and you can send any tube and fitting guy to a layer job. If it's a big enough job and big, they're not going to be big, intricate things, you've got an hammer. That's it. That's what you need to ask. You know what I mean? And they're going to be able to do it. Everyone would have done some sort of system in some sort of way. But the other way around is like having a manual driving license. You can drive an automatic car because
I see what you mean.
You know what I mean? It's going to trump it. And that's generally what they say about the cars, isn't it? No.
Yeah. And if you've got an automatic license, you can't drive a manual.
It's very if it's on your card, but it's not really necessary. If you're a tube and fitting, you don't really need it. But you certainly won't be able to put tube and fitting job up with a system card. You know what I mean? Like, you won't be able to drive a manual car with an automatic license because, you know what I mean? It trumps it, and it's completely different. It's a completely different animal. Excuse the pun.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, well, that's another one. Animals, like we call them bones down there, but animals is different from just straight tube and fitting, and if you haven't used them, that's
a system.
And then suddenly it's like,
it is a system. So that's a system as well. You know what I mean? You're not going to be leveling each strand. You're not going to be getting it all square and all that shit, because it does it for itself. The brilliant things, but it's still a system. And you're not measuring anything. You're not going to get it right. You've not got to take for your tube, take for your boards, inside boards. You know what I mean? Like, it's just numbers that we go in our head.
I've seen lads. I've seen lads at training centres where their company only use animals and adjustables, say, and they're like being taught the scissors course, and they're like, "What the hell? What are we doing?"
Yeah, because if you're not using animals, I'll judge you because what would you prefer? A load of races in the way of the lift? You know what I mean? Like you can just do away with all that. It's such a better way of doing everything, but you don't learn anything from doing it.
Yeah. You're limiting what you what you learn.
But like, why would you want a lot of races for a bricky lift? You know what I mean? When you know there's going to be a guy coming through with a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
So
and on top of that,
I judge people who don't use, if it's a big job and you're not using animals and sliders, which is whatever you call them, easy fits and sliders. Then I judge you as being a bit of an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, why would you make everyone's life easier? Why would you want a load of races there? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But why is
I
that
can't do it, I don't want to do it, mate. It's just that.
No, but that's not taught on the courses either.
No, and they're not even. You know, they're not even taught like what. I watch some people's YouTube channels. I'm not going to say who, but like, and then you're watching them do braces, fixing them at the top, and then they're going down, and then just leaving it. You know what I mean? And I'm going, you don't actually know what that brace is for because you're not starting at a fixed point to go into your lead point and then get it level and then go work your way back from there. So they're clearly not. Yeah, you've got to put a brace in. That's all they're taught. They're not taught it's slow because these drills speeding everything up. You're not taught. So bam, 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 everything's in, brace there. Like you're not taught why. Why is that brace there? What's it doing? Why have you got to do it through that sort of sequence? You know what I mean? Like because
100%.
if you're not. If you're doing it too fast, then everything rush, which it seems to be these days. If you're not doing it as fast as everybody else, or you're not doing it as fast as you can, everyone think you're a dickhead. You know what I mean? But like, you've got to, someone's got to taught you and taught you right. You know what I mean? And that doesn't come with speed. It comes with somebody who's actually bothered will take 5 minutes to explain it to you. You know what I mean? And too many people want too much doing too fast. And this is what they want from agency because they only call on us when things are behind or they need a push. We're not there to do the original job. We're there to do, well, sometimes with the better lads, and yeah, I am headhunting for some jobs. It's the more complex jobs. That's why they get some people in. Some people are their specialists. Some people are system specialists, or there's a reason for getting them in. But most of the time, it's for us to pick up the slack. So we've got to be better. So we've got to be better than them. If we're just the same as them, like they'd be good paying it because you're on better money, but you're not going to get no holidays. You're not going to get no bank holidays. You're not going to get no sick pay if you fall over. You know what I mean? It's slightly better, but it works out about the same. And then these people are begrudging you doing this, that. So we've got to do more. Everyone thinks that agency lads, yeah, used to be like that, but no more because agency lads have got to be the same or better. If not, what's the fucking point? You know what I mean? What is the point? So we're held to that by a different standard as if we've got to be not taking the piss with booze. We've not got to be going early. We've got to be doing the same amount of work or more. I aim for more. Try and make their lads look like dickheads if we can. You know what I mean? Without stepping on too many toes, show them how we're here and show them that nobody can complain about it. You know what I mean? Because I've got that name for my firm anyway, and I won't allow it. No one can lie to me. I will be there, and I know what needs to be done, and if it's not done, I won't know why. You know what I mean? You can't lie to me. I'm not just an agency who don't know anything about scaffolding, sat in an office somewhere miles away. I'll turn up. I will be back outside in the morning, and at the end of the day,
you're judged by your last job, definitely. So, like, that job finishes, you're not with that firm. If you weren't performing on that last job, they're not going to have you back.
I know. And but you could be the fall guy, or you could be the bagging people's stories if they dress it that way, which is one of the other things that that company tried to do to us. But since found out that we were the fourth or fifth Labour company to go there, walk on the job, we stayed there longer than anybody else. But they were screwing us. And then they used our pictures of the job that we put up to advertise. Look at what a good company we are. And I wrote, no, but I was like, how dare you? You've still not even paid for that work, and you're using that work to advertise more work. You know what I mean? And now you're going to end up with a CCJ, and your boss is going to hate you. You know what I mean? Like, what you trying to prove? You're not going to win. Like, but having lads go. But this is what I mean. So, like, if you take jobs on that too far away, they don't know you. They think they can take the piss out of you. Like, anybody in the Northwest knows they've got favour. You know what I mean? I will turn up. I'll get the money. Some places are a bit too far for them to get slapped.
Yeah. I mean,
you think they can do it? And then it all goes legal, and they'll all get messy. The names are going to get dragged through the mud. And it's like, you've had lads go away, work away from home, work away from the kids, and then you're planning on just not paying them, bumping them. You know what I mean? This is a multi-million-pound companies that do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking, how have you been trading this long? Like, not as much as you wanted might have not got done. Yeah, there was problems. Yeah, there's this and that. But like, what do I do? Not paying wages. If you weren't happy with them, just say go home. Not just let them stay there till the end of the week and say I'm not paying you, and then say what company back next week, and then we're not going to pay you again. You know what I mean? Blag it. Get as much as you can out of them, and then just go rogue. I just said shit the scaffold, but he said they'll phone the police.
I think all levels of scaffolding, people just don't get paid on time. They don't get paid the right amount. So even if you go,
but it's agency, and I make it crystal clear with everybody, right? It's X pound per hour per man, right? Day one, you don't like that person, tell me, they'll be replaced, they're gone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it will be sorted out. Like, I've never ever once not sorted out. Tell me what's going wrong the first day, and if it's something I can sort, I will sort. If it's the knobhead that's with you and he's been a dick, or he's been on the phone all day, he's been arguing, or he's had to go, he'll be better tomorrow. You know what I mean? If I've got to send another lad, I've got to send another lad. But generally, I've got a good bunch of lads, and I get nothing but praises. And all the biggest and best companies are working for me. Have got me as a client, and I've got them as a client. Do you know what I mean? And like, if they're gonna go to any agency, why not go to a scaffolder? At least he's gonna keep an eye on them and know how to do it. I'm a lot cheaper than everybody else as well.
Right.
You know what I mean? It makes sense.
Maybe that's the problem. You're too cheap.
Too cheap. Yes. But like, I want to give everyone a pay rise. I do, but then I'll have to justify the money going up and all that stuff. And I've been saying I'm going to do it for 2 years now, and it's still the same. But it's going to have to go up. At the end of the day, the loaf of bread's going up in it. So
everything. I mean, look at the price of fuel now. Price of fuel this week, I think down my local station's gone up 20p a litre in a week.
Yes. That's for the wall we're paying for.
Yeah.
Did you?
So we're not in.
Don't you remember voting for that? No,
we're not in it, but we're paying for it. It's fine.
Yes.
So, what's the one thing you change in scaffolding? If you had a magic wand, like, I don't know, whatever it is, what's the one thing you want to change in scaffolding right here, right now, that you think would make it better?
Scaffolding. Say we've all got a right to education, as we have. We all should have a right to be to a certain level of qualified. You know what I mean? So, say it's your profession, and you should be at least they should be funded up to being basic. You know what I mean? And if you want to progress onwards, just like college, you can go to college for free. So why can't the first bit of the courses say a course and a part of one be free?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and then you line out the people that don't want to do it, that really want to do it, and then make the other courses more dearer. By all means, but at least you'll iron out that first bit first, and the people that will never get that, you know what I mean? Or never even try, or just be floating about on a CSCS health and safety cards, you know what I mean? And then, I don't know. There should be more funding for your trade. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't have to suffer. Or it shouldn't be a case of, should I be more, can I afford to be more qualified and be more better and more safer at my job? Why is this a balancing thing where you've got, say, everyone wants to be better at the job. Everyone wants to learn how to be safer and go home to the families. They all bang the health and safety at you 24/7. But they say, but if you want to learn it, you know what I mean? You've got to do it, but if you want to learn it, because you don't.
There's bricklaying courses.
It don't make no sense. It's a law.
There's bricklaying courses at college. It's down the road. It's about 20 miles from me. But there's a college down there. It's been doing brick courses for 30 odd years. They have electricians courses there. They have plumbing courses there. And I think they might still have chippy courses. They don't have roofing. They don't have scaffolding. And you can't go to college to do it. I don't, like,
did they not used to do that sort of thing at Bircham Newton or something like that? Like a block leave or what?
They've all been sold off, haven't they? So the CITB only owns, I think it's Erith now. So in the olden days, during the war, you used to have literally like the CITB ran the centres, you did CITB courses, scissors became the thing, and then all the centres got sold. And they're all, right or wrong, they're all private companies and they've all got to earn a living. I get that. But the government doesn't give any money for scaffolding, doesn't give any money for scaffold training, right? And then we've got people saying we need another 70,000 scaffolders. Like, what, in your back pocket? Where are they coming from?
But what was that the other week in the news saying CITB are cutting funding? They're holding amount of money, they're holding it, and they're cutting funding. And then, so like everyone's still paying the lever, they're cutting the funding, and they've got a record amount of money. Well, like, how many kicks in the box do you want to give us? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't understand all that. But
the holding record fund.
Yeah, I've been told off for that on social media by people that apparently I'm wrong, and you have to keep 50 million in the bank because it's a charity and blah blah. Like, I don't get it. I don't know why they've got to keep 50 million. They had 120. They must have spent 70 million pound this year of their reserves then, because I think they were 120. The figures are all out of that. I'm not bothered by what people say.
Like,
you know what I mean? It just doesn't. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense.
Don't add up. Or maybe everyone should boycott it and just say, "Fuck you, we'll pay for our own courses." CITB lever. It's all privatised now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot of people pay for their courses anyway. We're back to the self-employed scaffolder. The amount of people that don't understand that half the firms are running with self-employed scaffolders. Yeah. You know, NASC takes people that are running with self-employed scaffolders. They never used to. So there are lots of self-employed scaffolders.
I think
they don't have access to that CITB money. So
the ratio in there that they've got to keep under. You know what I mean? So they've got to be, for the NASC rules, there's a ratio. It's got 60-40 max.
No, that's gone.
Cards in, lads.
That's gone.
Is it gone? Well,
that changed.
You know what I mean? But like, go back to then, you know, like all these bigger companies that. So there's a lot of them that do use me, and they don't like advertising it. It could. I don't know if it's because it hurts their image that they're working with me and the things that I've done in the past, maybe, or the people I've worked with. I don't know if it's that, or it's the fact that companies don't really like admitting that they've had to outsource a bit of the labour.
I think it's more that. I think it's more.
I get it. You know what I mean? Like all the biggest buildings in Manchester, like every single one of them, they've all got 1 or 2 man lads, and they just have. And these are my peers. These are the people that I look up to and respect, that knew a long time, and that just a little like on LinkedIn now and again would be nice. You know what I mean? And you don't even get it. And then you'll get sometimes you'll get an inbox saying, "Keep up the good work. I like what you're doing." Blah blah blah. But my boss has told me I'm not allowed to like any of your stuff. You fucking shit bag.
Yeah.
No, it's genuine. There's been meetings about it that I've, because obviously I've got people who work at these companies, meetings about it saying we can't share any stuff. Yeah, we use them. We're a client of his. I mean, we're a client of his. And we'll carry on using him, but you can't share his stuff. You can't. We don't want everyone posting pictures of our jobs. And that's why I said it's not. It's horrible. Like, there's some of the best jobs that we do. We can't put pictures up.
Yeah.
But like, what do we do? Just not listen and then burn that bridge. There's no point. But I respect them. I respect their decisions, and I will stick to whatever I promise someone. I'll do. If it's the good, the bad, and the ugly.
That's most scaffolders, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Well, if that's their only request, we'll take some of your lads, but don't advertise it, don't post pictures, don't think, make sure your lads are wearing our vests and stuff like that. That's what they want. I said, well, if you want to put your clothes on them, you want to think, you treat them like your employees, and they'll treat you like their boss, and you'll get you. And them people normally do the best clients, because they'll treat them like their employees because they want them to look like them, and then they'll treat them like their boss, and that brings loyalty with them. You know what I mean? They don't like leaving companies. You know what I mean? Once they've been there a few months, they don't like it. They don't like it. They certainly won't like it if I pinch them or put them somewhere else. So I try and keep everyone as loyal to everybody as possible.
Yeah.
But they'll only do that for as long as they can, and then when it winds down, obviously we're the first ones to go.
Yeah.
2 weeks later saying, "Can we have them back?" Somewhere else, you know what I mean? I'll introduce you to a new person.
Yeah, it's hard.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that's the side of labour only that people don't understand. They don't see.
Yeah.
I've employed labour only agencies, whatever you want to call them. I've had some really good lads, and again, like most people in the industry, I've had those ones where they turn up, you go to look for them 2 hours later, and they're in the canteen, and you're like, "What are you doing, mate? What are you doing?" And then, like you've said, if you would pick up the phone and say, "This one's not for me, mate," That's it's called communication, for fuck's sake. It's the whole thing in life, I tell it to my own kids, and I think that makes that one lad that does that, goes to the canteen or whatever, and he's in his rigger boots because he can't afford to go and buy like a proper pet. You know what the score I'm saying, don't you? He can't afford to go and buy
anyway.
Yeah. And he's there and he don't give a fuck. And there's 6 lads that have been there for 4 weeks. And I've seen it where companies have gone, that agency's shit, get rid of them. But those lads are good. Those lads are good. Like, it's him. Yeah, get rid of them all. Wasting money, And that's
why I normally have. People don't normally ask for one lad, you know what I mean? Like, it's 1 or 2, I think, and there'll be someone in charge. And that's it. They're in charge. They're not necessarily going to get more money, but I don't know how we're going to repay you, but I will. Trust me, you're in charge. Let me know. But like, I know there's 5 people needed on that job, and I know that job needs to be done today. And I know if it should be done, and it can be done, and everyone will agree it should be done. And if there's one bad egg, or someone not doing their bit, it means that the job's not going to get done. Believe me, they'll tell me. It's not grasping. It's saying that if it doesn't get done, this is the reason why, and that reason will be gone tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a case of, otherwise it's going to be all up bad. You either keep carrying dead weight, it's going to do you back in, and you're not going to be fulfilling your job for the day, or you're going to tell me. You know what I mean? Like, all they do, they're just fucking you over. They're making your day harder, not mine.
Yeah.
And you're the one who's going to get it from it, not him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. I don't know. I don't envy you doing the labour. I mean, I'm
always shot my worst enemy. Put it that way.
Yeah, the flip side is you haven't got to go and buy a load of gear and spend absolute fortunes on tube fitting and everything, and have 20 lorries running. But then if you have all that,
I'll never also have that sort of money. You know what I mean? Like, so, yeah, I might not have to buy a wagon, might not have to buy tube and fitting, because I fucking couldn't. I couldn't even buy a 7.5 ton over. You know what I mean? I've just not got the money. But like, yeah, and I can't say I've not got the stress, because I end up with more men than most companies I've got, you know what I mean? Like, I'll have more men actively working than most companies that I've got as a client. But they're all over the place doing whatever they're doing. I'm making it look good, hopefully.
Excellent. And then, obviously, like, just want to touch now quickly, last bit, back to the mental health. Like, I don't know. Not everyone understands. If you don't have dark days and the black dog don't appear, very happy for you. Absolutely fantastic. You know, it's a bit like people, if you've never had an addiction, you're never going to understand addiction. I get that, right?
Yeah.
But what would be your sort of recommendation for people? Like, because let's face it, this life is getting harder and harder. Yeah. We're all working our tits off for less money almost, because we're getting robbed blind and everything's going up. What would you say to people, just leaving on a positive, your mental health's down, what should they do?
Everyone seems to say reach out, talk to people if you can. But when I was in therapy, it was every single time it was like I've been beat. And this is no lie. When you wake up the next day, it's like you've been beaten with a bat. I mean, it proper takes it from you. And I won't say it worked for me. They say more out is less in. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how true that is. And therapy didn't work directly like that for me. Yeah, let me moan for a bit, you know, to someone who weren't going to judge me because they didn't know me enough and stuff like that. But a lot of mine come through something that I didn't deserve, you know what I mean, for injustice. But it depends what people are going through, you know what I mean? It's a very wide sweeping thing. Like, in that situation, it might be someone's got a problem with drink. It might be someone's girlfriend left him. It's not always going to be the same answer. It's not going to be speak to someone. And it's not always going to be fucking hell, stop drinking. You know what I mean? Like, cause drinking's pretty good when you fucking got fuck all to do and your two birds left you. You know what I mean? Like, you got to try and give someone something better than that. And what's better than that if they're enjoying it? You know what I mean? There's so many different ways to the answering now that I couldn't even do it if I tried. Because all I would say, keeping a straight and narrow, going to the gym and having less time to think about whatever you're going through, it's probably going to be, it's not going to be detrimental to the situation anyway. You know what I mean? Try and keep yourself healthy. Try and keep the mind as clear as possible. I'm busy. But this is why I think I've accomplished so much. Because the only way I know how to get through what I go through is to keep as busy as possible. You know what I mean? Like, stay on that trajectory. Once I'm busy, and I've not got enough time to sit down and think about shit, then I'm alright. It's one of the down days, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're the worst ones for me.
Yeah.
I'm on to the cows come home, but I'll be busy. But like, it's all I've got at the minute, and it seems to be servicing me pretty well.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Without what I went through, I would have achieved nothing that I have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, because I've kept that busy and I've done that much stuff, and it's always thinking about the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So, I'm always busy. So, it's hard to be thankful for something that happened to you. You know what I mean? But without that, I won't be on a podcast with you now. You know the fuck I am. You know what I mean? And that's the truth. So, so it's a hard one, but you've got to be trying. Be thankful for the shit that's gone wrong, especially if it's got you to get your heart into gear, and a lot of things have gone right since. Yeah, food for thought, that one. I've not really thought about that one.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I think that's right. When I'm busy, I never have bad days. I have bad days in I'm stressed, or I'm stuck on the road, or what. And oh God, it's stress mentally and mental health wise. Though, no, not. I haven't got time to work. This in here is the worst thing for you. When you've got time, you think. And if you start thinking a certain way, it snowballs. You know, like the ADHD type mentalness that I've got starts fucking making it huge. You know, and I don't think there's one size fits all for mental health.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. And also men's mental health as well, because when I do get a new client, I'll give like a list. It's cancer, dementia, and men's mental health is on it. And a couple of people have picked it. Try and find somewhere that you can ring and go and visit and donate some money. Anywhere. Just try and do it. Nowhere's open. Nowhere is open. There you go. That's the problem. With mental health, they'll say there's a lot of people talking about it and stuff like that now. And they'll say there's a lot of charities. There's a lot of just giving pages. And that's it. Right? And there's Andy's Man Club on a Monday. And that is it.
Yeah.
Other than that, good luck. There's that. There's nothing in between. There's just a loony bin and his Man Club. That's it. There's homeless shelters and things like that, which have sectors with men's mental health. But there's certainly not in Manchester. Couldn't find one. And that's 3 days of being on the phone trying to find like somewhere where it deals with men's mental health and stuff like that. And they end up going to the Ricky Allen Foundation. And then you've still got to donate through the Just Giving page. You know what I mean? There's not a place where you can go and sit down, because Andy's Man Club is brilliant, and it's all over the country.
Yeah.
But it's just Monday. It's like, what, are people not depressed the other days?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A week's a long
probably
time.
Samaritans, but that's an hard one to donate to. You know what I mean? You've got to have a big check, and you've got to send it somewhere, and there's no one you can go sit and speak to and shake their hand.
Yeah.
So maybe that needs to change.
I think it does. Yeah. I think there's a lot of issues around mental health and men's health. You know, men don't talk. Men don't talk about things like. I think we're getting better. You know, things like check your prostate. Like, you say that to someone and watch their face, like, do what, mate? I ain't doing that. You know, and yet prostate cancer's massive.
Yeah.
You know, and. Every woman's getting breast screened. I don't mean rude. I'm not like breast cancer's really, you know, like it's been in my life and different things. Not me, you know, but in my family. And it's just they're all getting breast screened, and then prostates. We're not going to screen for that because, like, we haven't got the money or whatever they said. I don't know. It's the government. I don't care about politics. So then men don't talk about it. Men don't discuss it, and then you find out through so and so. Oh yeah, he's had that. Oh, did he? Yeah. Oh, Freddie's got it. Oh, well, what's Freddie got? Well, Tony's dad had it last week. You know, it's like it blows you. Once the conversation about things like cancer for men start, you'll be amazed. You'll be standing like, I don't know. It could be a pub. It could be a football match. It could be like, I don't know, like on a scaffold. And it's mad the amount of people that have suddenly like, oh yeah, he's had it. Oh, have you been checked? No. All right, okay. Well, like your dad's had it, yeah. Don't you think you should get checked? I don't know how to do it. And the same with the mental health. Like you said, like there's not enough out there. We're all starting to talk about it more. Yeah. We're all like roughly tufty scaffolders are actually saying like
that much of a success, but it needs to be other than a Monday when everyone's on a downer and everyone wants to go to it and everyone's keen for it. It needs to be again Thursday. You know what I mean? The people still there. The real people who still need help, who are not just trying to come down on Mondays, you know what I mean? They're going to be there. And I think that's when you're going to see the people who are really in danger, rather than the people who have just been on the same bend, or they said they'll go to these man club, just shut the fucking misses up. You know what I mean? And then by the time Thursday, I think that's when you're going to see the real people, you know what I mean, that got
the issues,
Maybe. I don't know. What do I know? Heads and footers, most of them.
Yeah, you are.
I'm the worst person to give me advice on that sort of thing, but I wish I could. I really do. But
No, but
there's just so many answers.
just talking
because
about
it
it helps.
depends. Yeah, of course it does. But like, if there's one answer, one tablet, but believe me, I've tried all the tablets and fucking all of them make you feel worse. Right, well, me anyway, you know what I mean? Like, they make you, they turn you to just like there's nothing there, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're not bothered anymore, but you're really not bothered about anything. And then it takes everything away from you. You put full personality away from you. Yeah, in emergencies, you're going to need it, but yeah, I've tried different, what do they call it? What do they call them? Antidepressants. Yeah, 3 or 4 different ones. They all weren't for me. Yeah, just keeping myself busy. That's the best medicine, and the gym.
Well, there you go. And lovely to speak to you. I will speak to you soon.
The time sponsored by Accurate will be.
Power flows to the one who knows how.
Con 1. Con 1.